Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone that can hear the sound of my voice to this week's edition of the Petty and Ill-Informed podcast, where we venture our petty and ill-informed opinions about a variety of topics. Joining me, as always, Nikki. How are you?
Doing awesome. How are you?
Yeah, I'm grand, thank you. Tom, how are you?
Yeah, all right, all right. It's been a tough couple of weeks, but at work, but I'm hanging in there. We all are.
Okay. Why has it been tough?
Because nothing to do with management or anything. Just some of the kids at the special needs school I teach at have been very physical in their behaviours, and it's been. I've had a couple of people have had to go home hurt and things like that, which is always regrettable, but to a large extent unavoidable. And some ways it's just part of what we do. I've been thinking very heavily about the nature of the kids we teach, and really reminded myself that when you get hit by these children or anything, their brains are wired so differently to ours. I mean, for some of them, it's just their way of communicating, and you try to work out what it is they're trying to say, what it is they're unhappy about, and just remembering that they don't mean any harm in the way that we would have always interpreted someone hitting us all our lives, and just try to reframe it as something completely different, which it is. And I just wish we could understand them so much better, our autistic children. So we just always try to do the very best we can for them, set the best example, give them every best possible chance of being socially aware people as much as they can, to be in part of our society and our world, trying to get them to join in our world as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, because they want to connect, they just don't know how.
That's exactly it, Nikki.
And that's right. Like what kills me. I have a nephew who's autistic. Richard's autistic, but my nephew, he's a bit higher on the spectrum, and it genuinely hurts me to see how badly he wants to connect and like how hard it is for him. However, they have him on a medication that is helping him considerably. And before that, he had done not THC. He had gotten CBD oil, like sublingual, because it's legal to get here in the United States. You can get it anywhere. It doesn't get you high. It's just the CBD oil, and it helped him out as well. I'm not saying give your autistic child CBD. I'm just saying that it genuinely hurts my heart because I've got a lot of autism around me, and I hate that. I see them struggle. Like I see that they want to connect. It's just really hard. My nephew will talk to you for 4 hours about Mario. So,
yeah.
And he's 27. So, but talking about video games is how he shows, that he cares about you. Like he's engaging with you in the only way he knows how.
Oh,
you just got to find that special interest and then love it,
Yeah.
Like I've noticed with autistic people in general, find that thing that makes them happy and then just love it. Support it.
It's seeing it as not a criminal act, because we always operate from the assumption and from the best understanding that we have
Right.
that this cannot be treated as a criminal justice issue,
I agree.
you know. And yeah, so it's so different to if it happened down the pub.
I mean, problem with autism is it's very easy to get frustrated, especially if
Yeah.
the other person isn't understanding what you're trying to put forward. And if you can't regulate your emotions properly, then you're going to lash out.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
But Nikki's an expert. See, I'll drone on about my birds, and she'll just be sitting there with her eyes glazed over.
Oh,
That's not true. And I try to learn.
She makes an
I do
effort.
pay attention. I do. And I tell you, like when I see birds and stuff, and I've sent you pictures of birds, I'm supportive.
I appreciate that.
You know?
But your eyes totally glaze over.
I listen. I am actively listening.
All right, so today's video game will be Hunt Showdown, a game that I love very much, but I'm fucking terrible at. So you can watch me and my friend Jax die a lot. But speaking of video games, some of you may remember that for a while I was playing a purely Arc Raiders until people told me not to anymore. But I have some interesting Arc Raiders news this week.
Ooh.
So this is a story of two streamers, one called Peachy and the other called Nessie.
Mm-hmm.
And Nessie, they both play in the Australian servers, and those servers are quite small. So they don't have an aggression-based matchmaking system. They tend to just, all play in the same arena, pretty
Right.
much. So PvP and PvE is play together.
Right.
Now, Nessie lured Peaches into a trap where his friend pretended to be stuck on stairs, and so they lured her in and they killed her. Which dick move, granted, but it is a PvP game, and that's what you're supposed to do. And to be honest, the old "my friend's injured, could you come help" trick is probably one of the oldest in the book.
Right.
So what happened next can only be described as fucking insane. So this Peaches lodged a complaint. First, she wrote on his Steam profile that he was a loser, that was a smelly loser, was what she wrote. Then she reached out to the Arc Raiders moderators. She must have told them lies, because he was banned for 30 days and then he wasn't anymore. So she must have just told bollocks, but we don't know what she said to them. And then her and her followers have filed reports with the Australian Queensland Police for harassment against this streamer, all because he killed her in a video game.
So, okay, if the police are doing something, then she's got to have some proof of it. Like, whose side of the story is this coming from? His?
This is being reported by other people.
Yeah, but where'd they get their? You know what I'm saying? Because if it was his side of the story, this girl's crazy. All I did was kill her on the stairs. It doesn't mention, he's not going to mention if he was actually harassing her and then got banned and then continued to harass her.
All right, so he did get banned from Arc Raiders for 30 days, for 2 days, and then he was unbanned.
Okay.
Now, I have been involved with Arc Raiders since it's launched. I'm in their Discord, and I know their moderators won't unban you unless you can prove that you didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
Yeah. So he is able to prove that he hasn't been harassing her to the Arc Raiders moderators.
Got you.
He hasn't actually gone to jail or even been formally charged, as far as anyone knows.
Wow.
In
That's
fact,
crazy.
she might not. We only know she's gone to the police because she said she was going to the police. So
Okay.
it might be
Okay.
bollocks. That part might be bollocks.
Right, but still like going that far to get someone banned in a PvP game.
Yeah.
Like even when we're mostly in a PV or a PvE like server or group, like we still say don't shoot, you know. We're
Yeah.
cool.
Friendly. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, it would be like going on Rust and then getting mad when you get ganked and you're still in diapers. You know,
Yeah.
like that's going to happen like a lot. Congrats,
Right.
that's the game.
This game right here, Hood Showdown. If I got mad every time I lost a PvP, I'd be dead from a heart attack in one day.
Right.
Like, it's you buy a PvP game, you're gonna expect to lose.
Listen, if
it's
I buy a PvP game, I'm just there to have a good time. Like
Yeah.
I definitely expect to die like a lot, but I also expect to laugh a lot. Like that one shot that I did in Ark.
yeah, that was a good shot.
Just it was a
I don't know if
beautiful
I
headshot.
record it or not, but I make a similar shot on this. I don't know if I got it though. It was a good shot. Just saying.
Sometimes you
So
just
yeah,
headshot someone
yeah,
from across the building. Go ahead.
it does happen. Right. But yeah, so that's my insane Arc Raiders news. Nikki, I believe you had some stories about McCamey Manor to share.
No. Okay, I'm gonna give you the smallest update. Okay, they kept fighting. McCamey Maynard didn't get shut down, and then it did because no one would help Russ, and he had to work at Walmart as a greeter. He had to work at Walmart as a greeter to make ends meet in his trailer. So then he would do like little fake bits or whatever. But then he got this girlfriend, made her go through it, beat the snot out of her. There's discussions from his ex Holly about how he is a pedo. I'm not sure about that because the ex that I knew personally said that she never saw that from him. I don't know.
That's just like calling someone a cunt to British people now. That's the American version of calling someone a cunt. It's just
Right.
always pedophile, and I
Right.
don't agree with that because that is not a word that should be
Right.
cheapened.
I agree with that. Like I agree that that word should not be cheapened. You know, it shouldn't. You know, it just shouldn't.
Yeah.
But anyway, he is currently in jail for attempted murder of his recent ex-girlfriend. Like he
Fair
damn
enough.
near choked her to death. So he should be in jail for quite some time. I want to say he might be in jail for a lot longer because a couple of YouTubers who are great, they basically stole McCamey Manor from Russ. It's a huge, awesome thing. You just got to go look it up where they stole McCamey Manor from Russ. It's a big dude. They harass that man. They harass him. Then like one of them goes undercover and he goes through McCamey Manor, and the other one has been harassing him so much that he got he basically Russ told him to fuck off. And the guy that went through is like, oh, you said you're gonna eat a pizza with me, blah 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 blah. Let me order a pizza. And Russ is like, no, get the fuck out. You know, he didn't want to get a pizza with the guy. Well, the Uber Eats shows up and it's the dude that he's told to fuck off and he's got a pizza and they sit down with Russ and make him eat a pizza with him. Anyway, they've got the entire hard drive of all the stuff that Russ McCamey was doing between 2014 and 2016. And they have taken it to the police. A lot of the stuff hasn't been released because it is part of an investigation. So we might actually see Russ McCamey go to jail for a very long time for torturing people. There's the update. Without me like going through and actually doing all of my perfect research and stuff. Let me find the guy that took over the McCamey Manor. because all of his stuff, he basically just goes in and infiltrates cults and trolls them. It's beautiful.
I love that kind of guy. The closest I came to that was getting into Team Squatching USA, where I infiltrated Matthew Johnson's cult.
Nice. I have been cult adjacent to many cults. Like, I keep my eye on them because I notice them when they pop up, and then I follow them closely. Like, I was part of the whole McCamey Maynard thing. Like, I never went through, but I was hardcore into it. And I stopped being a fan when I saw people start getting brutalized. But
Yeah, it went from being a cool idea just to a torture porn.
exactly. Yeah. So one of the people that did it was Danny Burke. And the other one, the one that you really want to watch, is Reckless Ben.
All right.
Yep.
Good.
And then
Anything to say, Tom? You're being uncharacteristically quiet.
No, all's good. I'm just taking it all in.
Oh, okay, good. That's it. Okay. So, so we also had another funny headline. This one's quite amusing. A quadriplegic amputee. No, a quad amputee. He's not quadriplegic. That's when you can't move him, is it? He's a quad amputee.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any hands or feet. Has been arrested for shooting someone and is being held for attempted murder. Or is it murder? Oh, yeah, it's a murder, isn't it? Because he killed him.
yeah, he killed him.
Ah.
Do you
So-
have the news story?
Yeah, I got it somewhere.
Go on, go for it.
Such a professional. God, it's so
Yeah, sorry. I was just I was watching the game. Sorry.
Wow.
Here we go. I've forgotten how to share stream. There we go.
Oh wow, it was even on the BBC.
Here we go. Alright. So there you go. A Maryland man who is a quadruple amputee cornhole champion is facing murder charges for alleged shooting and killing someone in his vehicle, authorities have said. If you're wondering what cornhole is, it's like this tossing game.
Basically, what it is a big piece of wood with holes cut into it, is laid down not quite flat, but at a bit of a slant, and then you have bean bags full of, like, you have bags and you toss them across and try to get them in the hole, or as close to the hole as possible. It's kind of like horseshoes, or what is the other one that you do? Washers, depending on how Midwestern you are. But yeah. I actually have the whole thing. Do you want me to read it to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Quadruple amputee and professional athlete, because this is from the BBC. So they say a bean bag toss champion. Not wrong. He's facing murder charge after he allegedly shot a man in his car during an argument. Dayton Weber, 27, was behind the wheel when he opened fire on the front seat passenger in the town of La Plata, Maryland, at the weekend before dumping his body, says investigators. Police said that they were told about the killing of Bradwick Wells, 27, by other passengers in the car who had refused to help Weber get rid of the body. Weber was arrested hours later across state lines in Charlottesville, Virginia. He was the first quadruple amputee to compete in the American Cornhole League, a game where players toss beanbags into a hole on a board. He now faces charges including first-degree murder, says officials. They were flagged down by 2 people near the scene on Sunday night. The pair said that they had been in the backseat of a vehicle when a shooting happened. They said Weber had asked them to help pull the victim out of the car, but they refused and fled.
Did he ask them to give him a hand?
Nice.
Nice.
Come on,
Like,
if you want
man.
that.
This is going to be expensive, and I already gave away my arms and legs.
They said, no, we're not going to give you a hand. We're going to let you stand on your own 2 feet.
That's right.
Oh,
We're going to hell.
Okay,
Okay.
about 2 hours later, a resident 20 miles away in Charlotte Hall, Maryland, called police and to report a body in the yard. Wells was pronounced dead at the scene. Weber, let's see, the American Cornhole League, in which Weber competed, said in a statement, "Our thoughts are with those impacted, including the family and loved ones of Patrick Michael Wells."
Why is that funny?
Just because, like, why did the American Cornhole League have to say anything? Like, it's cornhole. It's not
Yeah.
that serious.
Yeah, well,
like-
how often does cornhole make it into the news headline?
That's true. You gotta use a publicity where
It's
you
just
can.
like, okay, this is it. This is our chance, lads.
This is free, guys. Let's
People
do
are
it.
tired of the NFL. They're tired of baseball. This is it. This
It
is our
is-
opportunity.
It is time for the ACL, the American Cornhole League, guys. We're gonna be on ESPN Ocho.
Okay, sorry, carry on.
Anyway, so yeah, hold on. In 2023 essay published in NBC's Today website, Weber said he had his arms and legs amputated in infancy because of a blood infection. They told my parents there was only a 3% chance that I'd survive, he wrote. I went from overcoming a serious blood infection and undergoing a quadruple amputation as a baby to becoming a professional athlete as an adult. Weber's social media features clips of him firing guns with videos titled "No Hands, No Feet Shooting" and describes himself as a motivational speaker. But apparently, if you talk back, he's gonna shoot you in the face. Also, if you play cornhole, you're not an athlete, bud.
Whoa.
You're not.
Let's not shit on the noble game of cornhole. Right. This dude shot someone, he's a piece of shit, but come on, like, people have been cornholing for generations. Let's not
for decades at least, right? Like decades.
let's not take their glory away from them. All right.
Their glory holes, they deserve them.
They deserve their glory holes, damn it.
Anyway, I thought that was
Jeez.
funny. And there are videos, like literally, like it said on the thing, there are videos of him shooting a gun. And it is
Yeah, I know.
absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, I'm not like, I'm prepared to make some puns, but I'm not going to sit here and mock the guy.
I'm not mocking. I'm saying that when I first heard it, I laughed because I was like, how? And then I found out that he like pulled the body out of the truck himself. How? And
he
then I
gripped
saw the
with his
video.
teeth and was like,
And then then I saw the video of him shooting, and I was like, that's cool as fuck. But also, like, how? That is some determination. That boy had a 3% chance of living, and he just woke up and chose violence, I guess.
that's 3% more than that other guy had.
Right? Just wow. And could you imagine, like, first of all, he's driving, okay? Your quadriplegic friend is driving, and you're in the back seat, and they start getting mouthy up front. And then your quadriplegic friend shoots your other friend and looks at you and says, "Hey, man, help me drag him out of the car."
Do you know what? It's 2026, Ableism is not cool. And what we
The-
need to do is celebrate this man's ability
To
to
shoot a
commit a
gun.
murder and
My-
drag the body out of his car.
But
using-
also, if you see him fire, like he, there was time of him
You're
winding
squeaking,
up,
baby.
right? It takes him a moment, okay? He doesn't have fingies, all right? So his butt, like they saw him grab the gun, I guess, but like they watched him like get it all positioned and shit, and just were like, okay, like you know what I'm saying?
Imagine
It
being
takes
the
him
other
a
guy
second.
that's just like fucking sitting there going, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Hold
Right,
on a
you're just-
second, just
Right, just hold on.
just hold on, just hold on a second." All right. I'm here. Now say that again.
Right. But like, you had to watch your buddy wind up to get that. Like it took him a moment to like position the gun and the grab the gun and y'all just watched him like for 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
They
is
were
a long
fucking
time.
celebrating their friend getting ready to accomplish what many people considered impossible.
That's true for
So-
him.
So let's give him a hand, everyone.
Just
Oh, that's something else. So, Miley, so he managed to. So he's got 2 prosthetic arms, right?
Yep.
And he
No.
used
No
one-
prosthetics.
No,
He doesn't
no
use
prosthetics.
No prosthetics.
No.
So
He
how
just-
did he shoot? How did he shoot someone? then?
He uses his nubs. It's actually really impressive. It's really impressive.
He uses his what? No.
Nubs,
Nub.
like his nubs. Like he knows how to like use. It looks like it's elbow and below and knee and below, or maybe a little bit less of an arm than that. Like it's not a lot, but he can shoot a gun. It is incredibly impressive. He's very fast too.
Well, clearly. My word. Well,
I think honestly, being a quadriplegic alone, just having like if you are self-sufficient in any way, like driving or moving yourself or dressing yourself, you are pretty much an athlete because you're having to use so much muscle that you normally wouldn't. And
I just
effort.
think, like, on the one hand, it's horrible. On the other, it's
Impressive.
impressive, a triumph over adversity. Not only to live a normal, functional life, but to become
Absolutely.
a murderer as well.
Driving, shooting a gun, and disposing of a body all on your own. How much more self-reliant can you be?
Can you imagine him doing a drive-by, though? He has to drive by 5 times as he's getting the...
Getting the gun ready, like, hold on.
Hold on, guys. The car going slowly past as he stands struggling with the wheel and the gun. Oh, God, yeah. No. We're going to hell. Okay.
This is why we have our own FBI agent, I'm pretty sure.
NSA and FBI and MI5.
Yeah, they
They're
listen
all there.
to us.
Yeah. Oh, well. Okay.
Horribly inappropriate. Wow.
So, but I
so
feel like
it-
we can make fun of him because, of the murder.
Right. I feel like that too. I'm pretty much an equal opportunity maker funner of,
oh yeah, I mean, this is one in the face for ableism.
Yeah.
like
We're
Are we
treating
being-
him. We're treating him
like
like
a normal
anybody.
person. Right.
Yeah.
Like look
This
at
is-
how
Far less shit than I give Nikki, to be fair.
that's
So-
very true. Well, that's very true. And that's the thing. Like that's why South Park gets away with stuff and Drewski and other people. Like it's all about everybody is fair game. If you treat everybody as fair game, it's fine.
Yeah.
No one is safe. If
No
you
one
do
is
something
safe.
stupid, I'm gonna make fun of you.
No one should be safe. It's
I
all
agree.
okay, or none of it's okay.
Yup.
Absolutely.
Look at America's mascot right now. You know, Afro Man.
Now, there's something else we should discuss.
Afro Man.
Yeah.
That listen, he needs his own Fortnite skin, his own GTA skin. I want to play him like in everything that has a skin.
He
Like
should
that
be
was
knighted despite not being a British citizen.
I agree with that. Like
He should
Afro
be
Man
Sir Afro Man.
Sir Afro Man. That whole look was a choice and I really appreciate it. It was also a really great lesson on how to deal with a gaslighter because that attorney was trying to gaslight him and he was not having it. He's like, fact, they shouldn't have been there in the first place. Fact, they broke down my door. Fact, they stole my money. Fact.
They ate my pound cake. So, for those of you who don't know, Afro Man, you may have heard Then I Got High. That was a song.
Because I got
Yeah.
high. He
Yeah.
also did my favorite Colt 45 and 2 zigzags.
In any case, I hadn't heard, didn't even know he was still a thing, to be honest, but apparently he's been merrily ticking away in the background,
Absolutely.
producing songs. He was the subject of a police raid. The police had got the wrong address and raided him anyway. They took some of his money. They allegedly they ate his cake allegedly, and Afro Man responded by making a bunch of diss tracks about the police officer that did it.
Not
which,
allegedly.
Not allegedly, he totally did that.
Yeah.
Which is totally fine. That's how rappers do their beefs, isn't it? Like traditionally. I mean,
Yeah.
not all of them. Some of them resort
Yeah.
to
Like
more
they
permanent measures.
sing it out,
but-
okay? They
Yeah.
sing it out.
And the police in question took umbrage with this and sued Afro Man and got their ass handed to them in court. That trial rounded up last week.
Yes, it did.
And if you haven't seen the videos, chef's kiss. Can I just say, Afro Man on the stand, beautiful.
He is decked out in a suit of little American flags. His sunglasses are on the entire time, shielding his eyes with American flags, because the whole thing is like we're just like the UK. We're fighting for our freedom of speech right now. It's kind of like there's been, with what Drewski just did, which was hilarious. He got sent a cease and desist from Erica Kirk. And the thing is like, you can't claim defamation on a parody. Parody and satire is totally a different thing, especially since she's a public figure. There's different rules. So he didn't say her name not once. He was so good at what he did that everybody knows who he was making fun of.
Here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk, love him, hate him, whatever. He was a good debater.
Absolutely.
He'd go and debate them. Erica Kirk, allegedly, in my own opinion, which legally I'm allowed to have, is just a fucking narcissistic attention seeker. She's nowhere near as bright as he was. And
right.
It's like patriotic duty to lampoon her.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like the majority of people feel like something is off with the way the whole thing is.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a lot of posturing. Like they're very much pushing her and JD Vance ticket for next year or next election cycle for the Republican ticket. Like they're really pushing her everywhere, and like everybody, I don't know, I don't want to say horrible things or anything like that, but like I think when you look at her, like you feel. I listened to a body language person, and basically they said the reason why we might feel that way about Erica Kirk when we see her is that she expresses one emotion but doesn't quite get there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we can tell that it's not genuine-ish. You know, I'm not saying that she wasn't sad that Charlie died or anything. I'm just saying that things are weird. But you know, it's totally fine to make fun of everybody. Like, for the most part, unless you're being hateful towards an entire group of people. Like if you're just being absolutely racist, that's not really comedy. But he wasn't. He was making fun of one person, one public figure. And I mean, SNL has been doing that for years and years and years. What's the difference?
Some would say there isn't one.
Yeah, the America's definitely under assault on free speech because Trump is just always, well, like, don't know how much of it's hot air, but he always threatens to make people ban people who have a bad word to say about him. Well, but I need to find something. Oh, here we are. Like this. This is from I'm reading from The Week magazine, issue just a couple of days ago, 28th of March, and this is the editorial. The Week magazine, it's a cross section of like all news. It's very good. Okay, so it says Donald. This is the editorial. So this is the opinion of a writer. Donald Trump is very unhappy with the way the press is reporting the war in Iran. Indeed, he believes that some US news outlets should be stripped of their broadcasting licenses as punishment for what he sees as their relentlessly negative tone, or even charged with treason. I mean, that is just unreal, is it not?
He and his family have a lot of control over our media currently. So, and he's been suing a lot of our media currently for crazy stuff. So I could absolutely see him doing that. Just saying. I mean, we're struggling right now. You know, I think everybody knows we're struggling right now as a country. You know, like I saw, I don't know if it's true. I saw a thing where some places are like freezing rent or like gas or whatever for people, like, you know, gas is in the gas going into your house, not the gas for cars. Like some countries are actually giving relief to their people. Our gas is skyrocketing. You know, it is damn near impossible. Like I make really good money. I there's no way I can live alone. It's too expensive to even just rent an apartment here. But yeah, they're gouging us.
Damn.
Yeah, it's really bad.
We're in late stage capitalism.
Absolutely.
And, you know, unless something changes, if they keep pushing and pushing and pushing, it doesn't matter how much they've divided us. Eventually, we will unite.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing that can happen in late stage capitalism. That's the only way out.
I mean, is that according to what doctrine or ideology?
Well, it's not doctrine or ideology. It's literally the only way out. Like you put enough pressure on something, and eventually it's going to explode.
Yeah, it's going to break, and that's why they're talking about like a great reset, and that's why they're trying to talk about a global currency and all of that stuff, because it's real crap. And also, when there is a global currency, when there is all of that stuff digitized, like IDs and crap, it's going to be easier for them to you know, not allow you to have money or control your money or control what you can do with your money. Like, you know, carbon footprints. I've heard several discuss like making it so that you can only travel X amount of times a year or whatever. If you're not approved, you can't go to like the UK from America because you don't have that, access to that amount of carbon footprint. Just saying. That
that's the stuff of
100%
science
is a
fiction.
conspiracy theory, but you guys are having that problem too. They are trying to get you guys to go to a digital currency. It'll be easier on the system, quote unquote, that is about to collapse, because I mean, look at what's happening right now. You guys are having problems making ends meet too,
Do you
aren't you?
mean
Yeah, we're in a massive cost of living crisis.
do you mean
Mhm.
becoming a cashless society?
Yes, I'm
Is that the same
talking
thing,
about
or is that something
their
different?
it's basically everything is in the cloud, digitized, run by one kind of like, the Fed or whatever, like one place runs everyone's money. No
Right.
cash.
Because, like, even the most staunch right winger that goes on about immigration and stuff, they're all secretly globalist because globalism is ultimate control.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just it is something that they're talking about a lot, even in the UK, actually more in the UK. I've heard more discussed about a global currency or a digital currency in the UK than I have in America, but we've discussed it as well. And I think that they are trying to do that for when our system does crash, because everyone is struggling except for Switzerland. What the fuck? But then again, Switzerland doesn't exist, so whatever.
I have heard that.
But yeah, I mean, even people in
Switzerland
Switzerland,
doesn't exist.
actually, people in Switzerland are suffering too. I mean, I have friends who aren't middle class, who are lower class over there, and it is really hard. So it's like this all over the world right now, and we can't continue the way that we are. Something's got to change.
Mm. I was looking up whether I've had a book once called The Futurological Congress. I think I've still got it on the shelf down there, and it's about futurologists are people who it's a science fiction book. Futurologists are people who just try to study to predict the future based on data patterns they have and stuff like that. And I wondered, how real is that? And I did find that there's a Wikipedia article called Future Studies, which is apparently a discipline of how people trying to predict the future as best as we possibly can, or get models for it. And I haven't dived into it, but it does sound like fascinating world.
It is super cool, especially when you get into the guys that do that future projection for economics and stuff like that. It is so interesting because you can look back and see how a lot of them can be very accurate. I'm not talking about like world events like, COVID. I'm talking about, like they can. Then again, we kind of go in 100-year cycles, right? Like 2018 or 2020 or 2020, sorry, was COVID, and then 1920 was the swine flu. Well, it was 1918, but like we go through the Spanish flu, sorry. But we go through cycles every 100 years. It's not hard to see that we're approaching another world war, just if you think about how long it's been.
Right, but that means we should have had World War III.
That's true.
2010.
That's true. We did not. But yeah, I mean, we go through.
Interestingly enough, about the Spanish flu is that we're anti-maskers back then as well.
Mm-hmm. There really were, and anti-vaxxers. They did not want
anti-vaxxers for smallpox.
Yep, there were.
And for the smallpox vaccination, I don't really blame them.
Yeah.
That's just so gross. But it worked. How the hell did anyone figure that out? Ooh, if I put this guy's scabs on my open wound, that'll cure.
I think they figured it out because the people that weren't getting smallpox were actually a lot of the milkmaids that had access to the cows.
Yeah, it's like cowpox cured fucking polio.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and so they weren't getting it, and someone noticed. Wait a second, none of these milkmaids are getting smallpox.
Right,
And-
but
yeah.
getting cowpox, that's fine. But how did they figure out that if you take scabs of people with smallpox and put it on an open wound, then you get sick for a week, but you're fine and you're immune to smallpox?
Honestly, they probably tested it on human beings, especially like
Right, but
I'm just saying they were like, well, I mean, like if you understand a little bit about germ theory, which we did back then and stuff like that, so someone probably just tried it, you know?
yeah,
Like because if they understand that like it depends on the viral load and the immune system will get stronger when it's been, around something, they would know, like, wait a second, how do we get just a little bit of smallpox into this person and not a lot? So they probably were just playing with the amount of viral load.
Ooh.
They probably killed a lot of people.
yeah. I mean, that's what I think.
Honest. They probably
like-
killed a lot of people because they probably just straight up tried to inject someone with smallpox's blood and then dead. Like, oops. They probably killed a bunch.
It's like this mass grave of people and this one dude who survived, and like, right, that's it. That's the solution.
One singular scab. Good job, Gary.
Yeah, that is
You're
pretty
the
crazy when you
winner.
think about it, that they somehow did discover that. Yeah, you're right, Nikki.
No, and especially back then, we didn't have all the regulations on how you treat patients, and we especially didn't have regulations on how you treated people in mental facilities or people with disabilities and the elderly in homes. So if you had all you had access to those three things, you had unlimited guinea pigs, honestly.
Oh, the guinea pigs.
I mean, that's what they were, especially in the 40s and the 50s. I'm sure it was way worse back in the 20s. But anyway.
Anyway, I've just realised where I went wrong in this game. I'm about to die in a second, and I've just realised now where I went wrong. I should have gone and got Jax back up, but I didn't know the dude had rotated. It's very annoying. Such a hard game because you've got to learn all the peaks and everything, and I'm a terrible shot. But yeah, it's going to come from the left.
Is he going to shoot you in the head from across the thing?
Yeah, pretty much. Because of that. I just did that, which alerted him to where I was, and then he's just going to blast me. But
I love a good long shot. Those are my favorites. I don't like to accidentally run on someone. It freaks me out. I don't like it. I start just shooting wildly.
I'm standing in the window like an idiot, and
nice.
And he just gets me. And I'm going to re-peek in a second, which is the one thing you should absolutely not do in this game is re-peek, because he's got a perfect headshot lined up, and I'm just going to walk straight into it.
That's what happened to that guy that I headshotted, because he had already kind of stood up, and I saw him. And so when he stood up again, and then I saw him turn to like shoot you, I had already had a perfect headshot lined up for him. I just took him out.
So were you that person who shot you, was that another online player or was that the game?
Yeah, no, it's a PvP game, so
Yeah, it's
I
another
mean
player.
you can die to the AI if you're not careful, but it doesn't happen very
Yeah.
often.
Okay.
Yeah, you just go around
He's
and
about
shoot
to
each
walk
other.
into my concertina mine, which allows me a small measure of revenge, but it doesn't kill him.
But yeah, anyway.
Anyway, yeah. All right, well, unless anybody has anyone else. Oh, okay.
Was
someone
that
check-
English? What?
Yeah. I said if
Is
someone
it
has
blah, blah?
anything else.
I didn't hear else.
Okay,
It
Gabby
sounded like
apparently sent me some more info. 1 second, checking. Inhaling powdered smallpox scabs was a historical practice known as variolation or insufflation. That sounds like
nice.
porn. Used to deliberately infect individuals with a mild form of the disease, providing immunity. So they weren't just putting scabs onto open wounds, they were snorting this stuff.
Yeah, they probably grinded it up.
Hmm.
There you go.
Okay, originated in Asia. Of course it did.
Oh, a Chinese monk using the technique around 1000 BC.
Hmm. It was used for centuries before Edward Jenner developed the first vaccine using the cowpox virus.
There you go.
Yeah, that was the milkmaid thing.
Yep.
Smallpox was officially declared eradicated worldwide in 1980, and it's not eradicated; it still exists in labs, which I think is ridiculous. But yeah,
I don't know. It might be needed to treat something else in the future. You know, that does make sense in a way.
I think that's just playing with fire. Smallpox was a deadly virus, and we don't need it to still be around. If you've got a chance to get rid of it, get rid of it. What's it going to cure?
Hmm.
And they'll just use it to make super smallpox.
Super smallpox. They probably already have super smallpox somewhere in a lab.
Right,
Just
and
waiting
then
for the right time to facilitate it.
unfortunately, the Chinese have already invented mega smallpox, so we've got to up the ante, and the
Didn't they-
Americans
Go
are
ahead.
working on ultra smallpox, and it's just it just becomes a whole thing.
Yeah, didn't they have like something about mega cancer like 6 to 8 months ago? Like super cancer. Like what? Cancer's cancer. Wouldn't it just be an aggressive cancer? We are, at least in America, becoming too antibiotic tolerant. So it will come a time, if we continue being the way we are in America, that antibiotics will not work well on us, and there could be an infection that takes a lot of us out. FYI.
Yeah, super ultra mega smallpox.
Yeah,
See, that's where it goes, Gabby.
Yeah, that-
Escalation.
that sounds like some Russia shit, you know?
Yeah, that's something the Russians will come up with.
Yeah. Ebola. I don't want to talk about Ebola. Ebola is scary. Ebola is terrifying.
But what about super Ebola?
Yeah. Yeah. Super, ultra, mega, alpha, Ebola.
Dodecahedron Ebola.
Oh, shit.
All right. So, unless anyone has anything else,
No, we are done.
we are done.
We're done.
That'll wrap us up for this week. We will return next week, despite the hopes of many. It's good night from me, and it's good night from them. Goodbye, everyone.
Good
Bye,
night.
good night.